name is Christina Brodowski. I'm going to talk a little bit about my accident, which led to my spinal cord injury, my back injuries, and several internal injuries that I suffered from the accident. It's going on about 15 years now since my accident. I was 15 years old when it happened. I was just a freshman in high school. It was April. It was back up north where I used to live in Massachusetts. It actually happened in a town called Wilbraham. I remember the day so clear. It was my sister's birthday. Actually, it was on April 23rd. I was out during the day with my best friend Ashley, and then the person she was seeing at the time, and then his little brother was with us. So we were out for the day, hanging out, went to see his mom and her boyfriend, and it was time to go home. Like I said, it was my sister's birthday, so I had to go home and be with my family for her birthday. So we were all running to the car. I remember it was raining a little bit, and I remember that I wanted to sit in the front, so I called shotgun. Me and my friend Ashley were kidding around. But I was like, no, just kidding, like, you can sit in the front, you know, with her boyfriend at the time. So I sat right behind her in the car. So we were leaving. I wasn't too familiar with the area at the time. I mean, I didn't have my license yet, so I couldn't drive. So we were heading home. As we were driving, we were going down this big hill. Like I said, I wasn't too sure where we were. And towards the end, he started losing control of the vehicle. I remember we were all screaming, and he ended up going off the road, and there was like a farm area, and there was like a fence, and then there was like trees in a row, and I remember we missed like 3 trees, I think, and then he hit the last tree head on my side and Ashley's side, so the passenger side of the vehicle. I just remember it was just a loud crash, and after that I was like in and out. I didn't really know what was going on. I saw Ashley's head and I was trying to call out to her, but I couldn't. The driver was screaming. His brother next to me was screaming. It looked like his foot was stuck in the vehicle. And then all of a sudden, this car pulls up, and this guy was talking to me. He was asking me if I could move or anything, and I said no, like, I can't move, I can't feel anything, I can't breathe. And I just kept closing my eyes and like waking up. And then he had gotten me out of the car. I believe he was with someone else, and I remember I was just laying on the ground. Like I said, it was raining that day, so I could feel the rain, and I just could. After that, I don't know what happened. I didn't know if I was going to make it. I didn't know what happened to Ashley. I didn't know what happened to anyone else. I woke up 2 days later. So I had two major surgeries. One was all my internal organs were injured. I had lost my spleen. All my ribs were either broken or injured. My lung was punctured. My kidneys, my pancreas, my liver, pretty much every organ was damaged to some extent. So I was in surgery for, I think, over 12 or 13 hours for that. And then I had my back surgery. I don't know which one happened first, but then I had, you know, my back surgery. And what's crazy is when the accident had happened, what had broke my back and injured my spinal cord was a box, like one of the subwoofer boxes in the trunk came through, and it pushed up against my back, so it severed my spine and then broke my back. And what the doctors found to be mind-blowing was that for some reason my spinal cord went back into place, and my back was still broken though. So it's like my T area, I think it was T6 to T12. I have plates and screws in my back, and they will be there forever. But when I was in surgery, one of the nurses was doing like a test on my foot, like poking it, to see if I had any reaction to it. And at that time I didn't. So, they didn't think I was ever going to walk again. They had told my parents, my parents didn't see me for over 2 days. They told my parents, unfortunately, we don't think she's ever going to be able to walk again. So you can only imagine what was going through their head. So after those 2 days, I was in ICU for 9 days. I still couldn't really move, barely ate. I was just out of it pretty much the whole time. And then they had told me that, there's a possibility that I might not be able to walk again. And I didn't know. I couldn't believe it. So they said that I had to go to rehab, and it was going to be a while. My parents found one of the best places in Boston for me to go to rehab. It was called Spalding, and I was there for 3 months. I did physical therapy. I did all these different things while I was there to help and try to get me back on my feet. I was in a back brace. And it was just a very difficult time. I couldn't really do much or move around much. I was in a wheelchair. And then this one weekend, my dad had came to stay with me because my mom stayed with me the whole time I was there. But this one weekend, my dad had came to stay with me, and I was really working on these bars there that they had. I was getting up, trying to stand up, trying to move my legs. And that weekend my dad came is when I started walking again. And no one could believe it. Because they didn't think I was ever going to be able to walk again. And after that, I just didn't give up. Here's some pictures of me with my brace on, trying to walk when I was in the hospital. Going up and down the stairs. Walking down the hallway. It was a very trying time for me, but I never gave up. And I remember when I had to go back to see my surgeon, and he saw me stand up, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you're walking right now," and within the short period of time. So it was amazing, and here I am, 15 years later. I was in rehab for over a year after when I got back from Boston, just getting my strength back up in my legs and just my whole body. But it was a lot. And unfortunately, my best friend actually had passed away. And they didn't tell me right away. But she did, and I know she was with me the whole time, and she was the reason that I was able to walk again, and I know she will always be with me. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, I still have the plates and screws in my back. I'll have them there, forever. I'm not sure if I'm going to need any more surgeries down the road. I was really young when it happened and when they were put in. So, your body grows and changes. So I'm not sure if I will need any more surgeries, but I know that I am very thankful to be alive, to be walking, to have had my child. So it's definitely amazing where I am now. But, every year, every day that goes by, I'm so reminded of what happened. But I'm just truly blessed to be here and to share my story with you guys. And that's it. Thank you, and I am up for more discussion if anyone else has any more questions on my accident or my injuries or anything. I'm just so thankful to be here. And like I said, I know Ashley is watching over me every day. So thank you.